All right. We are now live. What's up, everybody? It's Overflow Nexus, the channel of faith, trading, and wealth, giving you the latest and greatest updates on the financial markets. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great night. Hope everybody had a great weekend, and hope everybody is, just enjoying the moment in life that we have. So, as y'all see the title, we're going to be talking about quite a few things today. I'm just going to, take my time today. I'm not gonna rush. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired from yesterday. Had a huge celebration yesterday at church. Was celebrating a church member's birthday, so it was quite fun. Excuse me. And pretty much danced the whole time. Was sweating, sweating my tail off. My head was shiny. It looked like a crystal ball, or whatever you want to say, or marble, something shiny. I looked like what's his name, Mr. Clean, yesterday, with the shiny forehead and the shiny head. So I was dancing like crazy yesterday, because of celebration. So it was pretty cool. Have fun, enjoyed the company, enjoyed the service, enjoyed the atmosphere of the celebration yesterday, and also getting a good word too. So I enjoyed it. And then now here I am today, a little bit tired because, dancing takes a lot out of you if you have danced before, dance for hours before. So I'm pretty tired, I'm not gonna lie, but that's not gonna stop me from giving you guys tip-top analysis, giving you guys a good word today, and just speaking to you guys about something that I think that may need to be discussed with people today, because I had a conversation with God literally 2 days ago, before I went to sleep. I'm just in bed chilling, talking, and the Lord's reminded me of something, and I'm like, okay. We were talking about wisdom, and I was like, okay. He said a lot of people, don't have wisdom. I'm like, okay, cool, okay. Continue to talk to me about it. And he was telling me that a lot of people, could avoid certain things in their life if they had wisdom. And it gets funny because I asked this question, because the question of the day, and I'm going to read it for you guys so y'all could get this in your head, all right? Really get this in your head. Ask yourself this. The question of the day, I'm reading it now. What do you think benefits most, wisdom or experience? And so I took a poll. I did a poll on Instagram. Oh, excuse me. That's a story that I posted. But I did a poll on that, and the poll came out saying, I think maybe 12 people voted, 13 people voted, I think 12. So it came out 54% said experience, and 46% said wisdom. So I was like, okay, cool, interesting, because before it was like a overwhelming 71%. And so when I saw that, I'm getting my phone blown up today. When I saw that, I said, that's kind of crazy how more people voted for experience over wisdom. And I really thought about that, because it proved what the Lord was telling me, the other day. He said more people, people lack wisdom. And I said, okay, interesting. And, hearing him say that, it made me think why people don't cling to more wisdom, why people don't tune into wisdom. People could avoid a lot of things in their life if they had some wisdom, because everybody says experience is the greatest teacher. Biggest lie ever. The greatest teacher in the world, universe, hands down, is Jesus Christ, because he has infinite wisdom. And wisdom, true wisdom, real wisdom, not earthly wisdom, but divine wisdom, comes from God. And sometimes, I look at stuff in my life and I say a lot of things I could have avoided had I listened or had I had wisdom on a certain area. And there's a scripture, well, scriptures, I'm going to read a few scriptures to y'all that I really, it really, registered with me. I'm going to read them. The first one is Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So it made me realize, and I have to call myself a fool because I was living foolishly at one point in my life where I was making decisions based off, whether it was feelings or past experiences or, just being disobedient, being honest. So looking back at it, I said, man, this is something that I do realize that is a big thing that people go through. People want to live their life. People want to do what they want. And you see in the last part of the scripture, it was saying fools despise wisdom and instruction. And when I saw the votes, the percentage that more people voted for experience over wisdom, it let me know that, for one, God was telling me the truth. And then two, a lot of people tend to cling to their own wisdom and their own path in life. And sometimes that's what leads people to the most destruction in their life. The next scripture that I want to read to you guys, it says, it's James 1:5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given to him. Sometimes you just need to ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. So when you're asking the Lord for some wisdom, you realize you are humbling yourself, because there's another scripture that I want to say, and it adds on to what I'm trying to say to you guys, that it says, acknowledge the Lord in all your ways, and he shall direct your path. When you acknowledge the Lord in everything, every little detail of your life, acknowledge him in the big things, acknowledge him in the little things, and he's going to direct your path in your life. Because God has wisdom that's going to save you from either heartache, from bankruptcy, from spiritual destruction, from bigger destruction in your life. And pause for a moment. And that's my niece at the door. Victoria. I guess she don't want to come in. She knocked on the door. So it is what it is. If she's going to come in, she's going to come in. She's about to go to bed. Victoria, can you not hear me? I said, come in. I said, you could tell me good night. So yeah, just say good night. Yeah. Good night. Good night. Sweet dreams. All right. Yeah, I'm live streaming, so I'll see you in the morning. All right. So that being said, I was saying that if you acknowledge the Lord in everything that you do, you could avoid certain situations in your life. Think of all the times where your parents gave you simple wisdom that they gone through in their life, right? Something that they could, they maybe it's relationship advice. That's a lot of things that parents do. Maybe they give you wisdom about college life, what to do and what not to do. Maybe they're giving you wisdom in finances, or maybe even just what worked for them the best. And so they have wisdom in it. And so let's say you got given wisdom from your parents, right? And you chose not to listen to their wisdom. And you chose not to listen because you're hard-headed. You don't like authority. You don't like being told what to do. You don't like, having someone, so-called control your life or tell you what to do in your life. So you have You have a rebellious nature about yourself, right? So you being rebellious, not, going with, what your parents have instructed you to do. So now you're rebellious. Now you're doing this. Now you're doing that. And so since you're now doing all these things, you're not following wisdom, Because remember, it says fools despise wisdom and instruction. So you're now being foolish, and since you're now being foolish, you now uh, get into a incident or some mishap or whatever the case may be, because you wanted to rebel against the wisdom that you were given, and now you had a bad experience that you had. And this is what happens when we lack experience, because when we lack wisdom, my bad. When we lack wisdom, because this is what wisdom is. Wisdom is knowledge and understanding. And you have the power to apply that knowledge and understanding of what you have learned. It's like if I have never been in the rain before, but I've read up on what rain does, and I have a understanding and knowledge of what rain does. It gets me wet, all right? So now that you understand rain gets you wet, I've never been in the rain before, right? But I know what it can do. So now that I know what it can do, I spread this knowledge to someone, and they have the ability to either take what I told them, and I say, use an umbrella, because I know an umbrella will keep you safe from being wet. And now that you know, you have the choice to be either wet, get an experience of what it feels like to be wet, or you could avoid getting wet by taking the wisdom that I've given you. Even though I have not experienced rain myself, but I understand what it does because I have wisdom, which is understanding on what rain is, and knowledge on what rain is. So now that I have that, pass down this wisdom to you. Now you have the ability to either take it or decline. Choice is yours. And so now that you have the ability to take it or decline, what are you going to do? This is why wisdom is more beneficial than experience, because experience could kill you. Wisdom will always keep you in a safe lane. Don't believe me? I got one more scripture for y'all. One more. I'm gonna have to find it first, because I really want y'all to get this, because wisdom is something that we shouldn't take lightly. It's something that we really need more of, especially in the world that we are living in. So let me find this scripture for you guys. Because if you have not wisdom, good luck. Let's see. I have so many messages right now, you guys. It's funny. Let's see. Yeah, I want to make sure I read the right one to y'all, so I don't really knock nobody off. Lead no one wrong with this. I'll read a few, because I got quite a few here that I want to read, but there's one in particular that I want to read. Here's one that that will be good for y'all to receive. You could pray about it if you want to. It says, happy is a man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. This is Proverbs 3:13. Let's see another one. Let's see. There's the scripture that I'm looking for. It talks about it being life. Another one is Proverbs 3:15. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared to her. And this is also talking about wisdom as well. And this is part of the scripture. Proverbs 2:10. It says, when wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge and pleasant unto thy soul. And so it's saying, when you get wisdom, it's pleasant to you. It's pleasant to your soul when you have that knowledge of the wisdom that you got. Let's see. Maybe I might not be able to find it right now, but all right, here it is. So the length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. So having wisdom lengthens your days. It prolongs your days. It continues to add on to your days, having wisdom. This is why it's important to have it, because let's say you have no knowledge and understanding on cars, right? And you don't know why your tire looks the way it does. You just know something's wrong with your tire because it didn't look like that before, and it's all flat. It needs to have, you know, edges. It needs to have, you know, some ridges in it so it can have traction on the ground when you're driving and rolling. So now that you understand that, oh, something's wrong with my car, car tires, now I need to do something to fix this. So you go to a mechanic, you go to a car dealership, you go to wherever to fix your car tires. Now that you have the access to get your car tires fixed, the next thing that happens is you're going to, obviously have them look at it. Once they look at it, they're going to tell you these tires are no good. You need to get new ones because XYZ, and you have the decision to make because you have no idea about how tires work truly because you have the lack of you have an understanding and knowledge of it, but you don't know the full extent. So now they're giving you wisdom on telling you what's going to happen if you don't get your tires changed. This is why wisdom can prolong your life, because if you didn't change your tires, let's say you kept rolling and all of a sudden your tires pop and bust because they're so flat. Now that they're so flat and they're weak tires, now your life's at jeopardy because you could potentially have a flat tire. Then say if you're driving, I'm not going to do nothing extreme, but let's say you're on the highway and it busts out of nowhere. Say you're in the middle lane. You being in the middle lanes, it's a danger because now you're going to be spinning out of control. You're going to be putting other people in danger on a high speed road, and you chose not to. If you chose not to get the tires fixed when you could have got it fixed, at that point, you made the decision to go against the wisdom that you were given. Now, not saying you don't have the finances to do it, because if you don't have the finances to do it, then that's understandable. However, still, make an attempt or effort to get the tires fixed. Maybe you might need to have a deal. Maybe you might need to, get the cheapest tires, until whatever. But I'm just giving you a little advice. Heed the wisdom that you're given, even if it might not be from somebody that you want to hear it from. It's good to take that wisdom because you never know. It may take you a long way. It may save your life. It may cost you some time, but it may benefit you in the long term. This is why it's important to have wisdom. That's why when my argument was wisdom is always going to be better than the experience. The experience is cool because yes, we want to experience certain things in life, but some experiences we don't need to experience. Some things weren't written in our life, but we caused it because of our choices and our decisions we made. God knows everything we're gonna do. The choice is you either go left or you go right. You go good or you go bad. You pick what you're gonna do because every decision has a different outcome in your life. It's something to think about. All right. Next thing I'm going to talk about. Let's see. We're going to look at the market cap. After we look at the market cap, then we're going to look at the charts, see what the market is saying. I hope that what I gave you guys, was beneficial. I hope it benefited you a lot because I want people to understand that sometimes it is okay, to be meek and humble and, to really seek something greater than yourself. All right. And that's God, having the wisdom to seek God. That's true wealth right there. The fear of the Lord is true wealth. So that's something to think about as well. All right. So y'all can't see me, but y'all hear my beautiful voice. We're going to look at the market cap. Take a look at Bitcoin first. Bitcoin is down 0.71% today with a dominance of 40.48%, sitting at the price of 22,849.40. And since we see that Bitcoin's taking, it's not a bad major hit, but it's showing that the market is starting to bleed out a little bit. Not a lot of blood, but we're going to see when we get to the charts how bad it's going to bleed, if it's going to bleed at all. So that's something that we want to check soon. A look at Ethereum. Ethereum is down 0.31%, sitting at the price of 1,629 and 96 cents now, because it just changed. So it's not a bad. Ethereum is still doing well, still showing signs of bearish market tendencies. But is it going to be a strong bearish drop to the downside, or is it going to be, something temporary where we still get a correction, then a relief rally back to the upside, and then, a move further down? Or will we get a correction and then, a rally to new highs? Because everybody thinks that we're going to go a lot higher than the all-time high, but I personally don't think that's going to be the case anytime soon. And let's see, XRP, everybody's favorite. Not really, but people like XRP. Down 1.94% at the price of 39 cents 229. XRP is not doing well right now, but it is, it is a fan favorite of many in the crypto space. Well, some of the crypto space, at least the XRP community, so to speak. So we do see that there is some blood in the market. I only look at those three because those are the main ones that people really want to look at. Some people have requests, and some people, tell me that, hey, look at this one, look at this one. There's so many cryptos to look at that, you could get mixed up with some. Let's see. We're going to take a look at, Shiba later on the charts as well. We're going to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and some Shiba, because some people like that Shiba Inu. And we'll go from there and see how the market's looking at that point. So looking at the market, the market cap, we know that the market's kind of bloody today. The question is it going to continue to bleed out? Is it going to continue, moving in the direction that we see it moving currently? We don't know until we look at the charts to get an idea of what the market's doing. However, things change because of new data. So I'm going to look at, pretty much the bigger time frames just to get an idea of where the market's going to move to. Not going to look for anything, gigantic, not looking for a crazy move. I'm looking for, what's going on in the midterm or meantime of, what's going on in this current market. And then we're going to see, if we're going to have a nasty bearish move to the downside, or we're going to start seeing bulls start to ramp things up. It's going to be interesting in the next couple of days. And probably this week we'll see what the market's going to do. So let's take a look at the charts. So you see here on Bitcoin, we just hit our weekly fractal resistance level. And we never really touched it. We just stayed right underneath it. And I'm expecting, just from what I'm seeing, I'm expecting somewhat more of a correction, maybe a little further down. The furthest down that I see this market coming to. Let's take a move. Wow, this thing's acting up. Okay, there we go. So probably we could come back down to this level. Some liquidity down here, get some like a grab, and then push back to the upside. Everything is still technically bullish on this daily time frame. We've got a golden cross down here. Market moved up tremendously, held, made a new level of support, pushed higher, made some more support, and now we're currently back into that support zone. So we're going to see. We got a bullish future cloud here, bright future. Also angling up is span A here. So we still see, buying pressure overall. The current thing is I want to see if we're going to hold this support and then possibly move back higher. So this is where we move down to the 4-hour time frame, get a real breakdown of what's going on, and then we'll see. So currently, this is that daily area that I was looking at. This is that level on the daily where we're currently seeing some support. I do like this acting as support. We do have some momentum to the downside. We have a dark future. We got a bearish crossover. We got the Kijun and the Tinkinson both angling down. So this is signs that we could potentially see some further downside action. Also here on the 4-hour TDI, we are also seeing some bearish tendencies as well. We broke underneath the 50, so that is showing that we are bearish. So what could happen here based off what I'm currently seeing? We are seeing, you know, some slight volume come in here. That's bearish underneath the 50 as well. So we still are bearish on the 4-hour. However, we're going off the daily bias, which is a bullish market. So we're looking to see either, you know, a push into this level. So let me get my brushing tool right here. We're either going to get a push lower in here, and then we're going to see rejection and come back to the upside, or we're going to move up, then come down, then a move back to the upside. All right, so we have a few things that could happen in here for this market that I'm seeing that's quite nice. And seeing that, I think the scenario that's most likely to play out at this time is coming down into this zone, then pushing back up for a opportunity to go long. Just based off what I'm seeing currently. That's why I'm still leaning towards, you know, bulls, you know, right as of now. But I'm not going to be ignorant of this level here, you know, because sometimes the market is sneaky like that, and then the market tends to drop. I do see that the market did make divergence, which is why the market is, you know, why it did, not is, but did, you know, break lower. So we moved up higher. We made a higher high, a high, and a high, while indicator of choice made a lower high, a lower high, and a lower high, which was a bearish, bearish divergence. We had our drop off from that point. Had a reversal candle, price action candle, push lower, and you see where price is now. So if we took a short around this level, we would have made some decent profit. So now looking at it, we see what the market's doing. Right now it's just, you know, survive, and we could see if the market's going to hold here and push up higher, or, you know, fall even further to the downside, which will take us to this range, which will be the 20K, between the 20, let's say 20 and 400 and 20 and 650 range, or 680 range, between here. That's what we'll say. So between here, this point to this point, if we do manage to break this support here, that's why I'm eyeing this level specifically. Get a big trade off here and look to go short. But right now we don't have that information, so I have to go off the current data. We do have a short signal right here to go short. Let me show you what I'm seeing at this particular level. We had, you know, we came and bounced off this Tinkinson, which acted as a resistance, a level. So we had a indecision candle followed by a bearish engulfing, and now the market is holding right above this support. Not saying there's a lot going on here, but looking at this, the momentum is still bearish based off what we have on our TDI. We're looking at momentum, and then looking here, we do see that indecision. And then if you look at it, we made a price action pattern with this. We got a morning star formation right there, so we may see some downside action on this market into this level, at least. After we get into this level between the 22k 333 level and 22k 626 level, we'll see between this level if we'll start moving, if buyers could get some gorilla balls and start pushing the market to the upside. So that's what I'm seeing there. I see that the market is acting accordingly. We're going to see if we come in here and then we're going to see higher prices. That's personally what I'm thinking anyway. But it's too early to make that call, just because, you know, we don't have the you know, the knowledge right now, because the data shows us, you know, currently what's happening. So I have to wait to see if we get in here and how the market's going to fare when or if we get in there. And I do think we're getting there. So when we get in there, we'll see what happens. All right. That's my take on that, on Bitcoin. So on to the next, we're going to take a look at XRP. XRP is still technically bullish. I'm going to take off, you know, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reset this fresh. I don't want no bias from my last analysis, because I still am bearish. Well, was bearish, but I'm going to show you why I was bearish. There we go. Let's move that down a little bit more. All right, so we have support here at this fractal level. And then we also have, let's see, we have resistance up here. So knowing we had resistance here, I'm starting to see that, you know, we're still overall bullish. Don't get me wrong. Got a golden crossover. You know, we are above the 50. Got a bullish future. So we should be looking for to go long here. So we need to see how the market's going to fare here. That's where we need to go down to the 4-hour or the hour time frame. Get a really good perspective on this market. So if you look here on the 4-hour, we are seeing somewhat of a resemblance of a double bottom. If you see here, I'll draw that out for you guys right there. Boom. So we have a resemblance of a double bottom here, so we could make this pattern, boom, start pushing back to the upside. So we could get that. That's very likely to be the case. So let's look closer at this. Take a closer look. We currently have a bearish market on the 4-hour time frame. So we may come a little bit deeper in here, then we'll start to see if buyers will start to come in. I do think the market will come into this level. Once we get into this level, then we'll start to see buyers take over, and then we'll start to see a push back to the upside. I do see a dark future here. I do see the bearish crossover, and so we're if anything, what may happen first before we come into this level, we may come up back into this zone test and then come a little bit deeper, and then we'll look to go long. But market has to hold this level between the 38,652 and 39,291 level. So 38 cents to 39 cents we have to hold between this range. And then once we are able to hold this range, then we'll see prices move a little bit higher. Looking at the TDIs, the first TDI we have, we still see technically very bearish. Don't see anything bullish here. If you want to be, you know, a little picky here, this is going a little higher. So looking here, let's go look at the volume version of this. We see that we're still bearish. It is moving a little bit lower. We're not technically down to the 32.30 level yet here. So once we get a little, you know, closer to here, then I'll probably look to go long. Like right in here, you see how it's got in here. We start having a buy off, because look, boom, buyers came in, start pushing the market up. So I am watching that. However, looking at what's going on in this market, I'm still going to have to lean bullish until we break this zone. Once we break this zone, then I'll say structure broke, and then we'll have to go short. So last time frame I'm going to look for this pair XRP is the 1 hour. Excuse me. We do see some bullish divergence here. We've got lower lows. Might be able to get in for a long now, while this is making higher lows. So we got bullish divergence right here. So this could be a potential long right now. If you're trading price action, you should be going long. Price action will get you in the trade. You got a bullish engulfing, will probably take you back to the upside. So that's what we're also looking at as well. Got 16 minutes for this candle to close, so that should give us plenty of time to see how the market's going to respond at this level. I want to see how this candle closes to make a decision for taking the opportunity here for potential short, or I mean for a potential long. This looks like a good opportunity to go take a long trade on XRP. So that's what I am currently seeing right now on the charts. XRP should do fine here. It's just we are in that zone. It can go a little bit deeper, so you may want to wait. I don't have the full, the only full confirmation that I would need to go long here is, price action. We already got one here, and then the second one will be this bullish engulfing. So technically, if we had been on probably an hour earlier, we probably would have caught this. And even here we see we could probably catch this as well. So we will see. So we're going to check out Ethereum. We'll probably try to come back to XRP soon, and then we'll see what's happening with that 1 hour close. So I'm going to, keep this. I'm going to keep an eye on this. I'm going to turn this like a teal color. Let's go to Ethereum. Pretty much all these charts look pretty much identical. However, right here, let's see. Right there. We got support there. We got a lot of levels to look at on this one. We got a lot of levels to look at here. All right. Yeah, we got quite a bit to look at here. So when we get to that 4 hour time frame, we're going to see what's going on here. It looks like we're having a move to the downside, but this is still bullish. Let me change my candle colors real quick. Okay, so that is turning purple. A break above this level, let me mark it. A break back above, and we'll mark this as green. Yeah, we'll mark that as green. Yeah, this is a good green right here. So we need to break above we do need to break above or touch above 1628. That will give us a break above the Tinkinson level, which is acting as a current level of resistance. So if we could break above that level, and close above that level, then we could have a good potential long opportunity based off of that. Now there is no momentum here, but it is still looking nice for a bullish move to the upside. I do want to look at the 4 hour time frame. because these are the levels that we could see, you know, Ethereum potentially come down to. There is some bearish divergence, so that you know, trade this with caution. Look at that. The question at this point: do you want to trade divergence, or do you want to trade, you know, the Ichimoku system? I prefer trading the, you know, right now at this current time, I prefer trading the divergence. So taking Ichimoku off, we already have this move to the downside right now, but it looks like we could still move a little bit lower if we break this level right here to the downside. So for bears to start kicking into the market, they need to take over the 1608 level. That'll give us a break of structure at this fractal, pushing us lower into these territories. I do think it'll, if anything, it'll probably come in here and here, and then if it breaks there, then we'll be looking at these levels. Honestly, I probably would just mark it like this. So these are the levels that I would be paying attention to: 1565, 1532, and 1502. Those are the prices that we'll be paying attention to if we do manage to break below the red zone here. So I'm gonna put an alert here. Red alert is bears. I'm gonna put like parentheses or this, whatever, either way. Brackets, sell, bracket. And here's the other one. We'll put an alert here. Going to put green alert. Long. I'm gonna actually just buy. Buy. Boom. So we have an alert here, just in case it plays in either direction, because right now it could be either direction. So if we get alerted, we'll know what to do. Right now that bearish divergence is playing out, we see it. Could it hold here? Yes, because we have support. If it breaks there, we know we could go short to at least this level, and this level. After that, then we'll look to go, you know, long again, based off the daily. So we will see. There's a lot of noise in this area. I don't like the noise, but it is there. So we shall see. Next, Shiba Inu. Shib, some Shibi. Everybody likes some Shib. This one's gonna be pretty quick and easy. Daily chart. We're already at this resistance level, and seeing that we are currently at this resistance level makes me question what may happen here. It looks like we're trying to get bullish, though. Don't get me wrong. We look like we're trying to get bullish here on sheep. Here you see this amazing run to the upside. It was insane. I remember marking this level a long time ago, saying this is gonna be our support. If we don't break here, you know, most likely market's got to go up. So we did hold here, because I said if it breaks here, our next level is going to be down here. So it never did, and it held pretty strong. Boom, buyers came in, and you see the story. You see the story. But knowing that, let's see if there's any divergence. There is some divergence here, so we got some caution. Gotta play cautious here. Let me show you. Lower lows, or lower highs, so to speak. Higher highs. I don't know why I keep messing up my words up, but you see here we're already getting rejection here. So we come down to the 4 hour. See some weakness coming in here. You see bearish volumes coming in. It's not enough, but you know, if we're trading the divergence, then we should already be in this short. We should already been in here for a short. We break below here and get a crossover. Maybe want to see the crossover happen in here. Oh, no, that's not it. Might want to see that crossover happen in here. Then we see it move lower, come back, retest to make sure it's a strong crossover, and then pow, to the downside we go. That's what we could also look for, but we don't have that yet. It's not showing that, so we can't you know, jump to conclusions that we don't have. We have to stick with what the market is saying and then go based off of that. So that's what I see for SHIB. Nothing really fantastic. Just, you know, the market holding off at that support level. Oh, we got an alert. So we got a buy alert on Ethereum. So let's go back to Ethereum. Let's go back. Still too early to buy. We still got an hour and 6 minutes for this candle to close. Once this candle closes, we could probably look to go long again. This will be an intriguing trade for sure. Let me see. Let me see some. Let me see something. All right. Let's see. Okay. I'm checking I want to check this Bitcoin analysis I made, or trade I mean. I actually should have taken profit because now I'm actually taking it now. So, man, no fees. Oh my goodness, no fees be killer. Oh, anyway, so I was looking at a trade that I took, and the fees were high, so I just said, you know what, close profit because I didn't win. So it was up 600, but the fees were like 200 or about, no, the fees were like 400 total. So I said it's better off to just close it because that don't make sense to keep it open. So it didn't make any sense. But if this drops, then I should have kept the short. But right now it's better to, you know, be safe than sorry. Looking here as well, let me break this down without Ichimoku. Do you see how we made this foundation of support here? Most traders will probably look to go short because they see that this is coming down here. However, there's structure here that's being made, and that's why buyers, you start to notice we still have buying pressure here. Even though this is coming down, there's still buying pressure. Now, I could wait until this flips purple to really, you know, confirm, but that'll get me in the trade late. I'm looking at going above this level, and that's because of the hour time frame here. So once this candle closes in the next 3 minutes, could go long here, at least back to the upside, at least this level. So we're looking at something like this. Super tight stop loss. No, don't even risk it like crazy. Put the entry up here, and then we're good. So that's what I'm seeing right now for, you know, Ethereum on the hour currently. It's showing signs of wanting to go higher. Still got 3 minutes for this candle to close. I would rather it close above this green line. If it doesn't, then screw the trade, not getting in. So I could wait for 3 minutes. Not a big deal. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. Yeah, that'll be the best place to take that. Don't know why the charts are so laggy today. See, it could even close above there. You see that? Almost got played. It rejected. This is why you got to wait for candles to close. You don't wait for the candles to close. You take big hits and you get shot. So look, it's trying to do it again. So we're going to see if it closes above there. Then we can look for a long. If not, the next candle's going to get us. You know, this could be a fake out and then drop to the downside. So based off the hour time frame, should be going short. Just because the what's being shown on Ichimoku, but it's a hard call right now. Should I go with the bias of the daily, or should I go with the bias of what I'm seeing currently? Let's see. Let's go back to that daily. I still should wait for the daily candle to close, because this is where we really want to see price close above on the daily. We still got a whole 21 hours, so I might not take a long yet, because I still got a long time for that daily. Because what could happen, let me take this off. We could actually drop down here, play back into the upside, and by the end of tomorrow come back up here. Then we will look for that long back to the upside if there's some massive rejection off this. Because what will happen, let's say we do come down, right? We come back up, get a rejection, close right above here. On the daily, it's going to have a strong wick like this one, something like this. And so we'll see buyers probably look at that and probably start to push to the upside. That's what I'm waiting for. So I don't want to rush this yet. I do think this is going to come down first, and then we'll see some movement to the upside. This whole area at the bottom is a red zone. So we got to be careful here not to jump in too blind at this spot. So I will be cautious here. I'm about to go back to XRP in a moment. Just want to make sure this is not visible on all the charts. Okay, there we go. So that's what I see here. Movement back into here. So I'll label that now. Could get in here, but I could get in there, because now that I'm paying more attention. Because look, we have divergence here too. So yeah, you know what? We're going for that long. Please back up to here. That's the bias for now. And then after that, whatever happens here, that's what happens. Whatever happens, happens. Alright, so going back to XRP, I'm going to put a blue marker on there. XRP is looking pretty good and healthy. That candle close, we got a bullish engulfing. We got price action that's bullish. We could probably take this long. You know how I would play this because of that divergence. Take the long there. Entry now. Stop loss right below that level. Keep it nice and tight. Move back to the upside. Let's see. Let's go. Let's say right in there. Let's go right in there. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, right in there. And then we'll see if we want to see. We'll see how this plays out, but maybe that's too tight of a stop. Maybe right there. So this is the trade. on Ethereum and XRP looking up to the upside. Bitcoin might be doing the same. Bitcoin is showing some of the same signs. It's just I don't have a signal for Bitcoin yet, so I'm just gonna stay with XRP and Ethereum. SHIB I don't really care for much. I'm not really concerned about that, but these two I'm more concerned about, XRP and Ethereum, because they're actually showing some signs of wanting to potentially move higher. Even though there's bearish scenarios here, but we're looking to go higher first and then see a drop. But we shall see. We now have 56 minutes for this 4-hour candle close on Ethereum. Once that closes, then we'll have a better indication on the market. I'm not gonna wait that long because that's gonna be too long of a wait. But looking at this market, I do think that we will see a push back up and then drop. So we're short-term buying. Short-term buyers, and then we'll see. Huh, that's interesting. When did this person follow me? 53 minutes ago. That's interesting. They probably saw my story. I don't speak Portuguese, y'all. I just like the song. Alright, so. But anyway, that's what I'm seeing in this market. I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer because there's really not much going on in this market. So I'm not going to hold y'all like crazy. But there is something that we do need to pay attention to, though. We go back to Bitcoin one more time, and we're going to do one more double take on it, because Bitcoin is going to lead the market when it, decides to do what it wants to do. Be it that we get back up to these crazy highs, the 30K level, range out here for a bit. Because if you know how Bitcoin moves, we always do some parabolic crap, then we drop, and then parabolic another time. So we may get this move here, get an in-wave structure, or come back here, do maybe we even do this, maybe come a little bit higher, like into here, and then once we get in here, maybe we slow down, and then we start to see a drop off. Because if you notice, this is starting to drop off, which is concerning me. Because if that's the case, this may be what happens. We may get some divergence here at this level. Oops. Let me take this off. It's distracting. May get some divergence going into this level. About right there. And while that's happening, we'll probably see this happen. Then I'm really going to short up here. Now this will be the definite shorting zone for me. That's a really big move to take right there, but that's too early, way too early to call. It's just something to think about. I don't want to shock or scare anybody, but we will see. That's a scenario that I do see help, because this fractal, we still have not got above there yet. We come to the weekly chart. Gotta go break this weekly down. If you pay attention to the weekly, we did break above this weekly fractal resistance. We're still overall bearish. We haven't got a golden crossover, so that's kind of concerning. However, if let's say we do come down, right, we still could come back into, maybe this weekly fractal resistance, make it a support, then move higher, or come back to the weekly order block, come in here, then bounce higher, or break below, then we're shorting for sure. So that at that point, You know, it's just a whole waiting game at this point. And then we'll look to go into these levels if we manage to stay, you know, if we manage to stay here, then we'll look to go into these levels and test it and then drop. Still overall bearish here. I just looked at this already. Still overall bearish here. This is showing us that we're bullish, sort of, but with the moment, the volume, still underneath the 50 with the black line, so we're still technically overall bearish. Ichimoku rules, we're still technically bearish. Got our death cross here, dark future, but it's still early. So going off this, I want to see how this week and next week closes, and I'll have a somewhat of an idea of what may happen to this market. I do know for sure, well, I'm not going to say for sure because nothing's for sure in the market. The probability, I'll say that, the probability, I like that word, of, you know, if we break below this level, right, that's 20K, that's 20,086. If we break that level, we will see lower prices, and the prices that I do think we may see will be 12K will be the next stop, and then 10K and then 7K if we do manage to break below here, because I don't think sellers are going to hold this off here. I mean, buyers are going to hold this position off here. If they do, if they manage to, then I'll be like, wow, y'all got some guts, because man, Bitcoin and crypto right now is in a very interesting place. I'll say that. It's in a very interesting place. It's like the .com era when that was going on. So that's why I say Bitcoin is in a very unique place right now. I think people should take their time with investing. Don't invest, you know, crazy. Keep your money. Make smart moves, make smart investments, and then play accordingly. So that's my bias on everything I was giving y'all today, or tonight, or whatever time frame you're watching this from. Let me go back here. XRP is still fighting here, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna probably see what happens here in the morning. Tight stop. If we get stopped out, then that's fine. That's cool. It happens. But this is what I'm expecting for the short term, and we'll see. And also should be looking to get out right there too. Between this level and that level. Look to go short in here. Okay. We'll look at that level. We have to go look at that level first before we go higher. Overall, where I would look at is right in here. I'm going to write a note here. Potential reversal. Let's go. It's quite big. So that's where we might get a potential reversal in here. But we shall see. Alright, that's what I'm seeing right now for XRP. And then lastly, one more double take on Ethereum. Look to go this level. And then potential reversal here on Ethereum. Let me put that down. Potential reversal. Alright. Alright, y'all. That's what we got. We're going to stick with our bias. Win, lose, draw. No draws in the market. It's just win or lose. Win or lose. We're still in this game. That's my bias on the market today or tonight, so wherever you're watching this from. But for me tonight, if y'all enjoyed it, let me know. Smash a like. Smash that a follow. Watch some more of my streams if you have been making money with the live trades. This is what we're looking at tonight, and we'll figure out in the morning how it played out. All right, I will see y'all, probably Wednesday or tomorrow. I'm going to be testing the times of when to stream. I want to benefit more people. But other than that, I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Y'all be blessed in Jesus' name, and I will see y'all. Peace. God bless. So long.